Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt K here. I want to welcome you back to Comic Talk Week 8. We're trying a new format where we're doing individual comic reviews, and luckily for me, I get to do one of my very favorite comics. I'm talking about Hal, the King of Swing, Jordan, and the Green Lantern Corps. Now, this comic has been, it's been 10 out of 10 for me. It has set a new standard. It is premium. It is premium. I'm not the greatest fan of Green Lantern Corps. I don't know everything about them, but I know enough. I know the individual characters, and I know the mythos, as you will. And I gotta say, this run has been by far one of my favorites. So let's jump into this week's issue. We're going to be doing, I am going to be doing Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps 8, and this is Bottled Light Part 1. Now, for those of you that are new and you didn't read last week's issue, it basically culminated into a war between one man, Hal Jordan, and the Sinestro Corps. And basically, that eventually evolved into Hal Jordan versus Sinestro, and that ending was fantastic. If you haven't read it, go check it out, but I'm going to spoil it for you right now. Basically, Hal Jordan, with his ring forged of pure will, his own will, basically Allahu Akbars on Sinestro home base, Warworld, and destroys the planet. So going into this, we think Hal Jordan's dead, we think Sinestro's dead, and Warworld is destroyed. So starting off, we get this image of Hal Jordan's ring, telling us that Hal Jordan is deceased. And that's when we get this cool little panel where we see Mogo in the background, and we see the ring saying, "Hey, where's my master? I'm searching for Hal Jordan." The story from there shifts down to Mogo itself, and we see where Sora Nick, the daughter of Sinestro, meets up with the rest of the Green Lanterns. And just so you know, Sora Nick is a former Green Lantern. She's now a current Yellow Lantern, and her and her group are currently kind of in like a hostile negotiation with Corps Leader John Stewart. Oh man, I'm gonna break off a little bit here. I really love how, one sec, let me find the writer. Venditti, my bad, is writing all these characters. I said it before earlier in the video. John Stewart especially, because he's kind of like this soldier, this leader, and he's very stern, but he's also very fair, and he's done a great job. But back to the story. It continues on. We basically find out that Hal was on the planet, and he probably perished. Right after this, we get a scene where we find out that Xandu, the home of Tomar 2, I know these names are crazy, guys, and if you don't know who it is, I don't blame you. When you look at this image, he even says "my people." It's basically the kind of bird, fish-looking guy. He's orange. Basically, his homeworld is getting attacked, and this is just another great scene where we kind of see John Stewart in action. I mean, I love his quote right here where he says, "Fall in." Oh my god. I guess I was so caught up in his words that I just stumbled on my own. "Fall in bright and tight, lanterns. We're going in. Rings hot. Watch the flanks and be ready for everything." That's cool, man. It's a mix of like army and Green Lanterns. I missed a part. "Today we earn our rings. The universe will never forget the return of the Green Lantern Corps." Great stuff. Great writing right there. And they come up with this technique which I've never seen, or at least I mean, like I said, I'm not a big Green Lanterns fan, but I've never seen it been done before. But basically, they transverse the transluminal pathways. Basically, it's like almost like a space warp. And so they come to this home world where they see a familiar enemy who has been around since pretty much the dawn of the Justice League, Starro, the giant mind-controlling starfish. And the Green Lanterns, they do their best to hold off this invasion of Starro. And that's when we see Sora Nick and her Yellow Lanterns come in, try and help save the day. Which is a neat scene because we're seeing green and yellow kind of work together. So once again, fantastic stuff. And it just manages to disappear without a trace. So we're not too sure what's going on right until the end of the comic. Now, there's a little spoiler here, we see that someone is actually teleporting not only Starro and the city itself, but other things. And I don't know if you guys are familiar, but this guy is basically, oh man, sorry, I had a little like stomach chest pain right there. Vrildrock's Brainiac 2. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, this guy is a Legion of Superheroes villain and the ancestor of Brainiac 5. So he's making an appearance, which means, who knows, maybe we get Brainiac 1, maybe we get the return of Brainiac 5. I mean, we've already seen some other Legion of Superhero characters in DC Rebirth, we have no clue. There's even another epilogue where we see Hal Jordan's Green Lantern ring travel to another planet, it says here to be home of the Indigo tribe, where it meets with two familiar faces. I'm not going to spoil that for you guys because I actually really want you guys to go out and pick up this issue, support the release. Personally, I want this comic to keep going as long as it can. I love it. I love the art. I love the writing. It's all great. It's all good stuff, and I really recommend this comic to you guys. All in all, this issue wasn't as strong as the last couple ones, but if you're collecting them, and like I said, if you're just in for a good story, you have a few extra bucks after picking out your comic list, just pick it up and enjoy it. Just in case you guys are interested, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps 9 is going to be on sale later this month on November 23rd. Once again, just keep up, support the release. Overall, I think that is it for Green Lantern, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Like I've said before in my past videos, if you like the video, if you have any comments or questions, just put them down below. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like that. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.